coming to my senses. "I want crayons!" Matthew screams, pounding his fists on the wall. "Hush before you wake up your father." I rummage through his dresser drawers and grab some clothing for the day, and then take Matthew by the hand and head for the bathroom down the hall. As soon as we reach the hallway, he pulls free of my grip, runs back into his room, and resumes his crayon mantra, growing louder and more infuriated with each rant. I'm about to pick him up and haul him bodily to the bathroom when my cell phone rings. "Damn it," I mutter, taking the phone out of my robe pocket. I swipe the answer icon and back out into the hallway so I can hear above my son's screeches. "Mattie Winston." "Hey, Mattie, it's Heidi." Heidi is a day dispatcher at the local police station. "What's up?" I plug my finger in my free ear to try to block out the sound of my son's meltdown. I hear the bedroom door open down the hall and see our 2 cats, Tux and Rubbish, come flying out of the room as if the hounds of hell are on their heels. Behind them, Hurley, or the hound of hell in our house, shuffles and rubs his eyes. Hurley hates cats. "The ER has a death to report," Heidi tells me. "Okay," I say, stifling a yawn. "I'll call them." I disconnect and give Hurley an apologetic look. "Sorry about the noise." I walk over and kiss him on his cheek. His morning stubble feels scratchy on my lips, and I note that he, too, has a cowlick on one side of his head. His, however, looks adorable. But then, with that dark hair of his and those morning glory blue eyes, how could he look anything but? Hurley looks in at Matthew, who has decided to halt his screams now that his father is here. For some reason, Matthew saves most of his meltdowns for me. "I have to call the hospital," I tell Hurley. "And your son over there has decided he's Michelangelo, and his bedroom wall is the Sistine Chapel." "I got it covered," Hurley says mid-yawn. He ventures into the room barefoot, clad only in his pajama pants, and I take a moment to admire his physique. "I pulled some clothes out for him," I say, setting them on top of the dresser. Hurley scoops Matthew up in one arm, props him on his hip, and grabs the clothing with his free hand. The socks that are in the pile drop to the floor. "Damn it," Matthew says, looking down at the socks. Hurley shoots Matthew a chastising look. "Hey, buddy, we don't talk like that." "Mammy does," Matthew says, using his unique combination of Mattie and Mommy, fingering me with no hint of guile or guilt. Hurley looks over at me, eyebrows raised. I flash him a guilty but remorseful smile and make a quick escape back to the bedroom, where I shut the door and dial the number for the hospital. A minute later, I'm on the phone with a nurse named Krista. "Sorry for the call," she says, "but I have a young girl here in the ER who came in badly banged up. Shortly after arriving, she coded, and we weren't able to bring her back. She was dropped off by this guy who was acting really weird. He disappeared sometime during the code and hasn't come back." I close my eyes and sigh. I had hoped the death would be something straightforward, like an older person with a history of heart disease who came in with a myocardial infarction and died. Something like that I could have cleared over the phone after a quick consult with my boss Izzy, the medical examiner here in Sorensen. But this death sounds like it won't be a simple one. "Okay," I say. "I'll be there in 15 minutes. In the meantime, don't let anyone in the room. If the guy comes back, see if security can get him to stay." "Got it." She disconnects the call without any further niceties. All business, this dead stuff. I strip off my robe and pajamas and don some slacks and a heavy sweater. The February weather has been harsh of late, and I can hear wind howling through the trees beyond the bedroom window. I head into the bathroom, wishing I had enough time to take a shower and wash my hair. Instead, I wet a comb and attempt once again to make my cowlick lie flat. It refuses until I saturate that section of hair thoroughly, plastering it down to my head with